know, he's just another character in the movies, really, you know, and then this was a new thing, and you know, so it was great.
There's children throwing snowballs instead of throwing heads. They're busy building toys, and absolutely no one's dead. There's frost in every window, oh, I can't believe my eyes. And in my bones I feel the warmth that's coming from inside.
Danny has an ability of such power in his music, and he can just force you along. And at the same time, he can drop back and do a ballad that is so beautiful. And I don't know many that can have the edge and the force of his music, and at the same time can have the beauty of it as well.
And sit together now and forever.
I've known Catherine because I knew her since Beetlejuice. So with Catherine and Paul Rubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, it was like working with old friends. I'd worked with them both. And the three of us did the scheming, the Trick-or-Treaters song, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. So that was just pure fun.
The Shock was easier because it's real character singing, and because I had, you know, Danny and Paul for support, but, I mean, we supported each other. But doing my Sally song, that was scary because I've only done really kind of character singing.
We're simply meant to be.
At some points I'd sound like, you know, a choir boy. I excused it by saying, you know, Sally's not that well formed, so it's okay that she can't sing that well.
When Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand.
Ken was fantastic. He was so enthusiastic. And I'd never worked with a pro before. I'd never worked with a real pro. So I'm used to working with just people who do this and do that and do other things. And, you know, Catherine is not a professional singer, and Paul's not a professional singer. Here suddenly is Ken Page. Not that I didn't love working with Catherine and Paul, but Ken comes in, he's like, wow, this guy really goes.
Santa Claus, ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. Ha ha!
The Nightmare Before Christmas continues right after this.
Every Christmas you'd watch things like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or like The Grinch That Stole Christmas. Those were my favorite holiday specials when I was growing up.
I grew up really liking those shows, but I think this will blow them away.
My Christmas is filled with laughter and joy.
It'll be a holiday classic. It's hard to say, you know, it's like I feel really good about the movie, you know, I love it, and I can, they did it's a beautiful job, you know, and so I don't know, I'll watch it every year, I don't know, be my own, you know, my own personal holiday classic.
Santa?
Merry Christmas! And what is your name?
I hope kids discover it. My own daughter, starting at 7, began approving all the music for me. She's really the executive music producer, Molly. But her and her friends have seen footage as it came in over a 2-year period, and they love the stuff.
That's not Sandy Claus.
It isn't?
Who is it?
The next holiday, lad, maybe Valentine's Day. You know, because he's got Sally and there's the whole, you know, there is a love thing there.
I think actually Valentine's Day you could have some fun with a lot of different characters and people falling in love, and Jack trying inadvertently to, you know, come in between those, you know, that kind of a feeling. That could be interesting.
Be careful with Sandy Claus when you fetch him. Treat him nicely.
Oh, we thought Thanksgiving land would be, I mean, wouldn't you just love to spend a couple hours in Thanksgiving world?
John the Turkey King is about to get his head chopped off because it's Thanksgiving, and he decides that he doesn't want to. He wants to go off and find something else. And of course, at the end of the story, he realizes that all those turkeys make people very happy. So as he's about to put his head on the chopping block, there he sees John 912 getting crowned for the next year. He realizes that life goes on. What do you think?
I don't know. I have no idea. You know, there's unlimited holidays, so we could do a lot of sequels. At this point, I hope that's not my next movie.
We've reached the end of our look at The Nightmare Before Christmas. On behalf of Jack Skellington and friends, enjoy the nightmare and enjoy the holidays. This is Danny Elfman. Goodbye.
The sights, the sounds, they're everywhere and all around. I've never felt so good before. The central place inside of me is filling up. I simply cannot get enough.
Coming up next, it's time for E! Stand-Up, Sit-Down Comedy with the comedy of, we said comedy twice, but that's okay, Mike McDonald. This is